Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel about seniors. In our today's video, we will be discussing about a concept called business object interface. Simply, we will be calling it as BOI. We have this concept available as part of RAP, but like most of the people are not aware of it and we are not using this effectively. So, what is this BOI and where can we utilize this? Instead of what artifacts we will be able to make use of this, we will be discussing and how to implement that and how to see like if we have this BOI present for a particular object or not, we will be discussing. So, coming to this BOI stands for Business Object Interface. This is nothing but a layer which consists of your projection or your consumption use, both refers to the same, and it has the underlying interface behavior definition where you can consume these and you can extend the business objects. So, this is simply a consumption view and it has it underlying interface behavior definition and the interface view, and where using this BOI you can easily consume and extend your business objects. Whatever is the underlying business object, you can easily consume it and extend the business object. So whenever we go with extend, we already know that if we have something only one or two fields not available, rest all are available at the standard, then we will be extending the beaver. So this is the same case applies here also. So it decouples the external consumers from the internal data, and it acts as a alternative to the BAPIs. So in our normal ABAP programming, we used to use the BAPIs. So this BOI will act as an alternative for your BAPIs. So if you are still using the BAPIs for your regular sales order create or shipment create or your delivery create, don't go directly with your BAPI. You have to check if you have the corresponding BOI present or not. If you don't have that available, which is not released for your system, then only you have to go with your BAPI by creating the wrapper and all. So while consuming the BAPI, we should not consume it directly. It won't allow you in RAP. We already know that. If someone doesn't know like how to use the BAPI in RAP, you can watch the videos which are there already in our channel, how to create the wrapper using ACO proxy, and we have created a real-time application in this series which is a playlist named RAP real time application. There I have used the BAPI by creating the wrapper and we have used it in the RAP application. And we have the interface which is behavior definition. So this will allow you to like whatever or we are doing for the custom beavers as well. We have the reads, updates or the actions will be present here without holding any separate runtime handler class. And this particular business object interface, we can access them using the EML language, which is entity manipulation language. And how to access these things and how are we going to use this language? In RAP playlist we have like modify syntax and read in long form and short form, modify in long form and short form, delete, update, create, all these things we have present. You can go there and watch that, so you will be able to understand. Here, whenever you are trying to use this BOI, it will be difficult for you to understand the entity manipulation language at the first time. So I request you to go there and check out, so you will be getting at least a picture on that, so it will be easy for you to understand this concept. So, with the interface layer being present, you can avoid the unnecessary developments on the RAP based BO. The consumption view only we are going to use, and we are not at all doing any changes, or that we can avoid the development restrictions which are not necessary for the main BO, which is the base BO. So one of the key things is like, because of this BOI is life cycle stability, so it will allows the underlying BOs to to evolve without breaking any external consumer code. So it will make you life cycle stable. The consumers won't know like whether you are extending the BO or not. They will be able to see all the things whatever we have done, and it won't be like it will be directly evolved into a BO. Only as a developer you will be knowing, but the consumer won't find it at any way. And as per the clean core compliance, it is the most safest and upgrade safe future proof API governance one, which is aligned with the cloud development standards. Since we have the deep coupling available, so it will decouple the internal transaction code logic from the public service definitions. So whenever a BO is released for the C1, that means for your extensions, whatever are the restrictions resulting from the API state will apply to the elements specified for the consumption in the interface layer. So it will be just affecting the things for the consumption whatever we have done in the interface layer. Other elements which are there in the base BO, it won't be affected. It remains stable and without influencing any runtime applications. So wherever you are just using or consuming that base BO, it won't affect anything because of doing the extensions. That extensions will be particularly specified for the consumption in the specified interface layer. So we can only define or redefine the static feature control on the interface layer from the base BO. So you can just newly define or you can redefine them. So if you have a field which is read only in your base BO, so it doesn't have any static feature control in the underlying base BO. So other than this static feature control, we cannot do any new behavior or change to the existing behavior on the interface level. So you can just maybe newly define or the redefine static feature control, but this one, apart from this one, we cannot introduce any new behavior or change to your existing behavior of the interface at the interface level. So this is the beauty of BOI. So whenever we are using, if we are extending, the base BO should not impact because of extension. That's how it is designed, and you can just only define or redefine only static feature control. So apart from that, to your base BO, it doesn't impact anything. So we will be going into the system and see how can we find the BOIs and what is the corresponding BOI for the particular BAPI, and how to implement that in the code we will be seeing. So we are in the system now. Let us do practical check of this BOI. So how can I find BOI? Is one of the option for that is Business Accelerator Hub. We already know this one. I'm just going into the private edition and going into this on stack extensibility, and here we have the tab which is present for business object interface, and we have some of the things defined over here, and it's not possible to go inside like each one of it. So for suppose I'm want to get the things related to the sales order, so I will just search for sales order. So I have sales contract, sales order, sales quotation, consolidation, sales district, sales scheduling agreement, lot of things whatever are associated with the sales order, those are coming. Now I want just a simple sales order related things, or else if you want some sales partner related things, you may think like I'm not getting the sales partner related things. So if you go just inside the sales order, you will be having that sales partner as a child, so you have to use this particular business object interface only. So I'm just going inside this one. I'm just taking the basic example here. So this is my BOI name. I underscore sales order TP. So we have some general information. BO interface name is sales order and ID we have it present here. And status is release. And then we have it's segregated for key user extensibility as well as for developer. For developer extensibility, it is released. So we can happily use this one without any issues. For key user, it is not yet released. And we have the introduction for this one, like this can be used for create action into our own UI so that sales order is created when you press a specific button. And we have the options mentioned over here, and whatever we can do with this BOI, we can do create, update, and read. And we have the extensibility. So this particular business object is extensible. We have a concept of extensibility also in BOIs. We can extend that in the custom fields app. Key users can add their own custom fields using the following business construct. So, context. So using this business context, you can extend this particular BOI if you want few fields more than the existing standard BO. You cannot extend any other entities. So whatever the entities which are mentioned there, here that only you will be able to extend. Apart from that, you can't edit anything. So we have the code also available, how we can use that in our system. And message handling we have. So we have all the documentation present actually. Sample class we have. So we have a class where we can see how we can use this also. Let me just open this class. So we have the types declaration over here, and we have the methods. So for creating item, like a lot of methods we have reported. Okay, we have the handling also, as however we are using to do the mapping, sorry, message handling. We have some message handling also here. So we are creating a item with invalid product ID in your existing sales order. So we have all the code present over here, so we can just If you observe here, we have the partner, and the main thing is sales order TP. And pricing element, we have text, we have item, we have sales order item again. So all these will be acting as a child. We have the schedule line also available here. So we have to just go through that and we have to see what is the scenario for our case. So we have all these things: sales order TP, we have create, update, item, we have create, partner, we have create. These are the operations for the particular entities. So if I just expand this one, this is my main parent, and we have partner, text, schedule line. All these things will act as a child. So this is the one way where we can find the BOI easily. And one more way using the BAPI is go to your ADT, and I'm searching for one of the BAPI, which is BAPI material save data. I'm opening this one. But in this way, if SAP has maintained the particular successor, then only we will be able to find that particular BOI. Sometimes even if we have the BOI present, we won't be able to see it here. Windows show view, and we have to select the properties here once we have opened the BAPI, and go to the API state. Let me maximize it. So this is my successor for the BAPI material save data. So we can use this particular BOI instead of this BAPI. So this way you can find it for your corresponding BAPI. Now let me go here and copy this and see the remaining things. I'm just opening. So we have the knowledge transfer document, extensibility, CDS context, and entity behavior definition, all these things. First I will go with the data definition. This is my projection view. I know that based on this as projection on transactional interface, by seeing these terms I can easily say that this is my projection view. And this is a type of public local API, so you can use it without any issues. If you have something SAP internal, then don't use this one. And we have the corresponding childs also with the corresponding association here. Now let me open some other thing. This is my knowledge transfer document where I can see the detailed version of this particular BO. So I have what will be able to do this with this particular thing. What are the things we can do, like what are the operations we can support, extensibility and examples. All these things are present over here. Here they are creating the sales order using this particular thing, and they have given the business context also. And here we have message handling also, how to handle the messages, and the sample class whatever we have seen, that also present. And this is for creating sales order with header and header partner. So I'm just going here, and we have something authorization, check before save. All these things are mentioned over here. I will be just updating one field and seeing whether this BOI will work or not. So for that purpose, I will be just copying it and pasting it in one of my old methods only, whatever we have discussed earlier. I will just save this one and come to it on later point. And we have sales order TP, update, delete, and this is the main parent, which is underscore sales order. So we have all these things available. Now let me open one more thing. We have the behavior definition also available. Let me check for the behavior definition. Where is, yeah, this is my behavior definition. So in this behavior definition, we have use update, delete, and all these things. And whenever you are doing something working with the BOI, the most important things we have to consider is you have to go to your projection view and see whether it is something where you can use. Even if it is released for your developer extensibility, sometimes it will be marked as a SAP internal API. So you have to check whether it is ready for use by using the contract type. And second most important thing is, if you are trying to create a sales order or delivery, or you want to change something using the BOI, you have to check in your behavior definition whether the field you want to create or change is read only or not. If it is marked as read only, there is no point creating the code, and because whenever you are trying to access the things which are read only, it will give you error that we can't modify this particular field. So we have to check here whether your particular field is read only or not. If it is not read only, you can use this one. So coming back to our code, I have just copied the code, and we have the theory present. So this is my Fairy app which we have already developed. I will just work with the sales order number 8. So here I will remove the things and replace it with the zeros ending with 8, because that is a single digit. Now I wanted to see what is the sales order text for this one. I have my sales order open. I'm just going into this header, and yeah, this is my customer reference which is test SO as of now. Purchase order by customer. This is the field whatever I am referring to now. Now I want this field value to be present. I want to change that value actually. So I will be giving something as change sales order. I am just keeping it the text as it is. You can change it whatever you want. So here if you just observe the syntax, we are trying to modify the data using EML syntax. Modify entities of entity is the sales order which is your main one. If you want to change something in your child, you have to use by association here. Like if you do slash and space, or else it will be coming directly sales order item we have. So you have to give the corresponding particular entity. And update fields we are using. So whatever the field we are giving here, that field will be updating. And with the value hash, we are providing the key field name which is the sales order. Here I am just hard coding for just showing purpose, but in real time we will be reading the data from somewhere from the UI, and we will be changing that particular sales order and value we are providing for that field whatever we need to update. And fail will have the something whether if it fails the change got failed, and reported will have some messages if we have some messages available if the update is not successful or something. And we are trying to read the same data here. We are trying to read the same sales order data into an internal table, and again we are filling this reported and failed. So I'm just placing a breakpoint over here. Let me activate this one. and put a breakpoint. Go here and let me select this sales order, and this is my action which I have created that will be triggering create delivery. So it has not triggered it. Let me put the breakpoint over here also. Let me refresh the application. Yeah, click on go, and this is my sales order and this is my action. Yeah, now it is triggering. So I have the debug perspective open and I'm clicking on just F6 and I have the result anyway. I don't need this result now. I'm just mainly focused on the modify entities. So I'm just doing F5 over here and it is going somewhere inside. So these are the things where whenever you are just executing that modify or some other thing, there will be lot of standard code available which we really don't know. See, we have the method modify available. All these things we have pricing element, billing plan, header partner. I will just do F7 for time's sake. So modify, I'm just doing F6 now, and this is my thing. So let me check if there is anything when failed. Okay, we have zero entries here. Mainly I have to see sales order because this is directly related to sales order. Reported also I don't have anything. And let me read the data now. It will be available into this internal table, lt underscore s4 head. This is my record, and we want the field purchase order by customer. So if you observe here this purchase order by customer, we have the value change sales order whatever we have mentioned. So let me activate this one. Not activate, just execute this one. Even though if I execute, it won't be showing in the main front end screen because I don't have it available. Let me just refresh the screen. So now let me go to GUI and see whether my order got changed or not. So this is my ORD data. We have the changed value available here. So this way we can easily change the sales order or any particular thing without using the BAPI. So we have this BOI available, and hence we can ignore the BAPI if we have the corresponding released BOI available. So this is about BOI. So if you want something like how to extend the BOI and some more deep detail in this one, please do let me know in the comment section. I will be doing the video on that. So I hope this video is useful to you. Please do like, share and subscribe to this channel for more interesting content. See you in the next video.